welcome to another Hair with Dino show. Always remember, start from the top. The top is the most important. Take care of your hair and everything else will follow. Today we have a good episode. We're going to talk about relaxers, and also we're going to talk about how to evaluate any form of adding hair. When I say adding hair, I mean an extension, a weave, any method of adding hair, how to evaluate that. So let's take a look at who we have in our room today. Come on in. So we're going to talk about first relaxers. So here's what I want to say about relaxers. When you take a relaxer, alright, most people think that relaxers are not necessarily for everyone. And here's the issue. I've been doing thousands of relaxers in my career, over 35 years of doing relaxers. And I run across a lot of clients that say, relaxers break my hair. That's not true. I want to give you a different philosophy, okay? It's not that relaxers break hair. It's that the technique of how somebody applies it breaks the hair. It's very important to understand. It's going to be difficult for some people because if you go through getting a relaxer and it breaks your hair, and then you do it a second time and it breaks your hair, and a third and it breaks your hair, and a fourth and it breaks your hair, eventually you're going to say, relaxers break my hair. But it's all about how it's applied and how it's judged. Alright? Now I want to connect this to kind of a unique example. Relaxers are like cooking. Alright? They really are just like cooking. Relaxers come in a mild, they come in an average or medium, and they come in a super. Now I want to relate that to something. A mild is like a low flame. When you're cooking, and you cook on a low flame, it cooks slowly. Alright? Can you burn food with a low flame? The answer is yes. If you leave it too long, it'll burn. It's the same thing with a mild. A lot of clients say, or a lot of customers say, I don't want the relaxer to break my hair, and they worry about just using a mild relaxer and think that the mild relaxer will not break their hair. That's not true. A mild relaxer left on too long will break the hair, no matter how mild, even a kitty perm. Okay? A medium relaxer is the same. It's going to break it sooner if it's left on too long. And a super will break it even quicker, no matter how strong the hair is. So let's go back to relating it to cooking. Alright, if you take a mild relaxer or an average relaxer and you leave it on too long, that's what breaks the hair. Okay? So let's talk about how hair breaks. I want to explain exactly how hair breaks so we know how to avoid breaking hair. Alright? Now all hair is different. Alright? Melena's hair is of a finer nature. Alright? It happens to be curly hair. Alright? Now you can actually put a relaxer on her hair even though it's very fine, but it depends on how long you leave it on the hair. If you put a relaxer on, you have to judge it. You cannot walk away. Alright, please understand that. You cannot go by the directions. If the directions say 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you cannot go by that. What you have to do is hover over it and never leave. So if a hairdresser is doing your relaxer and they run to another client, that's a big no-no. You stay on the client with the relaxer. You apply the relaxer and you just stay here and you don't leave. You hover over it and you check the hair and you keep checking it to see how straight it's getting, okay? And you check the elasticity. The elasticity is how the hair is stretching. And you stay on it until you judge that it's enough. Remember, it's like cooking. It's like cooking food. You stay over the pot and you watch it until it's proper. With a relaxer, it takes quick. Relaxers can take anywhere from 2 minutes to 10 minutes. And maybe on some people might even take less than that. So don't leave the client. Alright? Now, another thing about relaxers, Do not leave the relaxer on to make hair bone straight, no matter what texture the hair is. Melena's hair, as an example, is just a tight curl about the size of a dime, all right? As opposed to someone's hair, sometimes the curl is the size of a toothpick, meaning the revolution of the curl can swing around the size of a toothpick. Doesn't matter how curly or how tight your hair is, but don't leave the relaxer on to make it bone straight. If you do that, you're taking all the life out of the hair. You have to relax the hair to a certain stage. I'm going to give you an example. Think about a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being curly or very kinky, and 10 being bone straight. When you relax the hair, you should not relax it to a 10. You relax it to about a 7, where it still has a ridge or a wave or a crimp of some sort to it. When you under-relax to that point, somewhere around a 7, maybe an 8, and the hair still has a curl or a texture to it, it still has strength. It will not break. But if you take that same scale and you relax it from a 1 to a 10, and it's bone straight, you've taken all the life out of the hair, and the hair is on the cusp of possibly breaking. It'll break just from normal brushing or blow drying or normal handling because you took all the life out of it. So, let's relate now the scale from 1 to 10 cooking. If 1 is raw and 10 is well done, we know if you cook something well done, you're really taking all the life out of it. It's like chicken. If you take chicken and it's raw at a 1 and 10, it's fully cooked to its max, we know it's all dried out. It's dry. You can't reheat it. It's cooked to its max. Same thing with relaxers. A 1 to a 10, undercook it to about a 7, maybe an 8, and leave life in the hair. Leave a texture in the hair. Okay? As long as you under-relax anybody's hair, it will not break. I don't care how fragile someone's hair is. You can put a relaxer on anyone, all right? As long as they have curly hair, of course, and you're trying to get the curl out. But there is no one on earth that cannot get a relaxer if done properly. Now, one more thing you can do. You can take a relaxer. Here's a unique technique. If you feel like the relaxer is too strong, all you have to do is take conditioner, put it in the relaxer, and it'll dilute the strength, and therefore make an extra low flame, so to speak. Okay? And that'll allow you to have even a weaker relaxer that's conditioning. Alright, so please remember this about relaxers because it's very important, and anyone can get a relaxer. Remember that. Always remember, you start from the top. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.
To audition to become a guest or model on the Hair with Dino show, email us at amc@sequencehair.com or call 1-888-253-6388 and ask for AMC.